Oh my goodness. Hello.
Hi, Gene. It's Grant.
Oh hi Grant, how you doing?
Pretty good.
I've had such a morning, and to be with you now is also very oh God, I tell you, I just got through a whole circle there. I've been around the world today. And then of course with Grant Reid, I asked him last week, I said, please return, Grant. I said, I found you so interesting and so wonderful about his historical input into the Cotton Club and into Harlem and into all the wonderful things that it's about. And I want you to continue because last week I kind of had to cut you off. So here I'm giving you another opportunity. I got an interview after you as well, but I had to hear you. I had to hear you again.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Well, the book is called Rhythm for Sale, and it's about my grandfather, Leonard Harper, who I didn't know about most of my life. And I found out about him like sort of a two-thirds in my life by going to the County Cullen Library and reading a Harlem Renaissance book. And then I started like doing deep research on his life because I never met him. He died before I was born, but I wanted to know all about him. And my grandmother, who had my mother with him, she sort of didn't want to talk about him most of my life. She intimidated a lot of people. When she had my mother, she wasn't married to him, and she and that part of my family was so strong within the Abyssinia Baptist Church that they had a lot of guilt back then of having a child without being married or, being a single mother.
Yes.
So she didn't talk about it to the ministers, and, the family didn't talk about it. She tried to make it seem like my mother came out by being artificially inseminated,
Yeah, that was those days.
Yeah, so, but when I found out about this was my heritage, and I found out so much. I even found a picture of her when she was performing in the Interstate Tattler, and I had to sit it down, and I put all the pieces together, and then she filled in most of the blanks.
Okay, so when I was listening to you last week, and you were talking about the hardships that as an entertainer you had, and where you could perform and not perform, and what color you had to be and not. I just thought it was so interesting because, regardless of what anyone says, so much of that is in 21st century too.
Yeah, and the kid, to me, like when I see, and I'm not making a value judgment per se, but when I see the youth today walking around with their pants down,
yes,
showing all their, looks like the pants are going to fall down and just the underwear is going to be there.
Yeah.
I say to myself, do these kids really know anything about their history in general?
No.
And I think they cut out the Afro-American experience in terms of American history and slavery and everything from the textbooks. So they have no idea. They think when they see entertainment, they think it was always like this.
Yeah. And there was the other day that girl, the girl who played Precious. That's all I know her by. I don't say her name, but she just got through doing this film, and she was talking to Wendy Williams, and she said, they made me do that again. She said, whenever you get ready to do a movie now, the people come in there and teach you how to be black. She said if you say hello, they say, you don't say hello like that. You say hello. I mean, I'm laughing, but it's truly not funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of stereotypes.
Yes, and then she said, and you got to be slapping your hand and going, what you mean, baby? And, putting your hands on your hip, and the fatter and the bigger you are and out of shape, the more you look like Aunt Jemima, the better.
As a matter of fact, speaking of Aunt Jemima, the lady that has for years been on the Aunt Jemima pancake box, she performed. She was the star performer of Hot Chocolates, which was my grandfather's Broadway hit.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah, she was in some shows with him, and she had been around.
Yeah.
And what happened was when my grandfather did the segment of Black and Blue on Broadway, she was dark skinned.
Yes.
So he did the set designing, the costuming, everything white. White on black. On her black skin.
Oh my God!
But see, he learned that from he was a pickaninny.
Yes.
And his father was a coon shouter. Coon shouters, It was a terrible thing. They used to sing, you know, some very songs which would insult their own people and insult them. You know, like I wish my skin would turn white. You know, that type thing.
Yeah, like a Stephen Fletcher.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, it was a minstrel type thing. You know, making fun of their own race.
Yeah, making fun of, oh, look at me, ain't I ugly? I got me, more. And everybody would laugh, and then they'd do some old stupid dance, and you go,
and walk slow, like they had tapeworms in their feet. You know, like they walk slow. And so they used to have in these medicine shows, or they call them jig top shows down south. Sometimes they would have one black, dark-skinned young girl dancing. And she would have all white clothes on with little white makeup to contrast her black face.
Yeah.
My grandfather didn't have that. He didn't have the white makeup on, but he did on Broadway when they did Black and Blue. He had all white surrounding this black woman singing it.
Yeah.
And Dutch Schultz was the executive. Gangster Dutch Schultz had the money, and he put the money up behind her. He was the executive producer of the show. And he wanted my grandfather and Andy Razov and Fats Waller, who were doing the lyrics and the music, to do like a minstrel thing where this black woman singing Black and Blue, and she's so black, a black girl, black and blue, is so terrible being black. But Andy Razov he did a double entendre with the lyrics, and all the white people were laughing. You know, they were clapping. They said, "Oh, look at this black and blue girl."
Yeah, yeah.
Such a sad life. But at the very end of the song, they put in a coda where she said, "But I'm white inside." And the audience was silent because she forced them to look in the mirror and face their own racism.
Yeah.
By saying, but I'm white inside. And Dutch Schultz really tried to kill Andy Razov he was trying to find a reason to murder Andy Razov for doing that because he wanted it all, you know, like minstrel type thing.
Yes.